Alright, legends, welcome back. You crushed the like goal again. So here we are with part 6 of our story. I'm thrilled you're all hooked, and believe me, the best is still ahead. If you're hungry for part 7 today, let's smash 2,000 likes on this one. You know the deal, your support keeps this going. Now let's jump right back in. Back on the battlefield, the soldiers can barely see ahead. Ingrid yells, "Get down and raise your shields." They follow his command without hesitation. Ingrid adds that cursed spell with the eye again. "Hey Rem, come with me." Rajna says, "If the captain's going, then I'm in too." Rem replies, "You're reckless. Did you get hit in the head with an arrow, Rajna?" Rajna snaps back, "Then keep your eyes forward unless you want a sword in your face." The soldiers scatter, Rajna and Rem splitting off in the chaos. Ingrid thinks, just like before, if we follow the same strategy, we can push through this path. And suddenly, he meets Lieutenant Michao again. Ingrid grins, "Great seeing you again, buddy. Ready for an epic rematch?" Michao glares, "So, you've been targeting me?" Ingrid smirks, "What? Never had a confession before. I fell for you the moment I saw you, and I've been looking for you ever since. You should be flattered." Michao growls, "My unit's called the Greyhounds, not hopeless romantics. You're the first one who's found me before I found them." Ingrid laughs, "Oh, does that bother you?" Enraged, Michao attacks, "Enough nonsense." Ingrid thinks, this returning to a state of pure focus, you can only feel it through the blade. But Michao lands a clean hit. Ingrid collapses. Michao says, "That was pathetic. Were you relying on luck this whole time?" Ingrid, gasping, thinks my mindset was wrong. I shouldn't force it. I need to enter the sword naturally, through repetition, every time. I must find it, the feeling of complete connection. On the 18th time after the year passed, he sees it again. On the 28th, he achieves intentional focus. Now, it's the 48th time. Rajna says, "Let me show you a little trick." He charges at Ingrid. Ingrid sees the edge of the sword coming and blocks it just in time. Rajna is stunned. "You blocked that. How?" Ingrid replies, "True focus means full control over my sword and my body. I've grown stronger and sharper, way more than I was before this cycle." Rajna asks, "Where are you going now, Captain?" Ingrid answers, "To meet the squad leader. Today's the day. I'm moving forward. For real." He reaches the base of the ferry division. The squad leader says, "You said you needed something. What is it?" Ingrid replies, "Magic. Something I remembered from the last scouting mission." She looks surprised. He continues, "Espen's soldiers were calling a strange-looking man the Silent Mage." The leader asks, "Tell me everything, every detail." Ingrid says, "That's all I know. I've shared everything I could to help win this war." The fog spreads once more. Ingrid shouts, "Shields up, get low." The soldiers obey. Ingrid dashes forward alone, leaving Rem and Rajna to hold off the enemy. He thinks, good leaders, they trust their teams. My job now is simple. Break through the wall in front of me. Michao appears. "You again?" Ingrid grins. "Michao, yeah, I know your name. I've been wanting to finish this ever since our first fight. Today it ends." He charges with a powerful strike, but Michao steps back. He counters, but Ingrid blocks with his giant sword. Michao gasps, "What the hell?" Ingrid swings again. Michao barely blocks in time. Another attack follows, and Michao blocks with all his might. "Were you hiding your true strength?" Ingrid smirks, "Yeah, something like that." Michao asks, "What's your name?" Ingrid replies, "It's Ingrid." Michao's expression darkens. "I'll remember that name well." But Ingrid says, "You won't need to. I'll make sure you remember permanently." Ingrid eyes the edge of Michao's sword and analyzes it. Single point of focus, shift and weight to the right leg. Preparation for a diagonal strike. Technique learned from experience, instincts built from repetition. He dodges the first strike with ease. Michao attacks again, and Ingrid meets him head-on. Both land hits, cutting across each other's necks. Michao is stunned. He kneels slightly, preparing a devastating blow. He thinks, why did I feel like I could take him down in a few strikes? Am I really on his level? This guy's style completely shuts down both my normal and special sword techniques. One strike won't be enough to break through. That's why I created a secret move. A powerful, rising slash that forms a wide upward arc. The wheel slash. He unleashes it straight toward Ingrid's gut. Ingrid watches closely. I saw it. It's hard to predict when or where it'll land. That move belongs to someone who's taken dozens of hits before perfecting it. It's a phantom strike. Ingrid chuckles and repeats, "A phantom strike, huh?" He blocks Michao's attack with ease. Michao, surprised, thinks he predicted the move and countered it. My family, the Horyu clan, is one of the 3 noble houses that rule the Duchy of Espen. The Horyus are known for their martial prowess. They gather anyone with true talent in combat, direct bloodline or not. I wasn't born a Horyu, but I was adopted in after proving my skills. At 15, I easily beat multiple adult soldiers. At 18, I defeated a swordsman who represented his entire village. By 22, I became a well-known warrior across the entire city. My raw talent alone put me in the top 3 of the Greyhounds. Almost no one could match my blade. So why train until my hands bled? Why suffer when I could get by with just a few tries? I was proud of what I had, arrogant even. That was my ego talking. And now, Ingrid plunges his sword deep into Michao's chest. Michao gasps in pain. I was, "Why, what just happened?" He mutters, "I let my guard down. I assumed that strike would land for sure. Your power and skills are far beyond mine." Ingrid replies calmly, "You're right. But I still won this round." "Damn you," Michao growls. "If I hadn't gotten complacent, if I just kept pushing." Ingrid smiles. "Still, I really enjoyed that fight." Suddenly, someone yells, "Save the lieutenant." Now. A figure rushes in and blocks Ingrid's finishing blow, forcing him back. A soldier kneels beside Michao. "Hang in there. I'll stop the bleeding." The rescuer says, "Get him to the camp, fast." I can't believe just one soldier did this much damage to our forces. He turns to Ingrid, voice low and dangerous. "I'll make sure your death is slow and painful." Ingrid thinks, "I almost forgot. I'm deep inside enemy territory. Someone needs to break the heart of the spell to open up a path to escape. I'll make sure that cursed wall falls. Then, I'll move on to the next day." Suddenly, a wave of crossbow bolts fly at him. He takes them all head-on, thinking, "I can't dodge everything. I'll just take the hits and power through." A blonde soldier shouts, "You've got guts, freak." He charges and slams his blade into Ingrid's stomach, but Ingrid blocks the blow. Then he notices his sword's beginning to crack. One hit. That's all it took. His fighting style is ridiculously heavy. Ingrid is knocked back, sliding along the ground. He grits his teeth. To win this battle, I may have to die again and again. But for now, the goal is simple. Destroy the banner. He hurls one of his throwing knives at the flag. Even a slight hit should disable the ritual spell's core. The dagger pierces the flag. If I had aimed for the banner directly from the start. An enemy swings his sword. Ingrid ducks swiftly. The key is to strike the point between the cloth and the flagpole itself. He throws another blade. And this time, he hits it exactly where it counts. The fog starts to clear. We cut back to the ferry, stepping forward confidently while Ingrid narrates. I already reported the presence of a spell and requested support to counter it. But they didn't lift a finger. This kingdom is deeply rotten. They sent useless men to lead the front lines. At this rate, we'll be wiped out. He watches the ferry continue slashing through soldiers. She glances around, realizing the fog has fully vanished. Even the enemy soldiers from Espen are stunned. Before they can even process what's happening, the ferry strikes from behind and starts eliminating them one by one. She thinks, with the fog gone, the enemies are wide open. This is our chance to flip the battle. She yells, "Now's the time. Counterattack, boys. Charge now. Break through and crush them." Things are finally going our way. But who destroyed the spell? Was it that Squad 4 commander? We then see Ingrid's sword shattered and his body covered in wounds. He thinks, "I messed up." After destroying the banner, I expected to run into Reem or Rajna. I thought they'd be back at the rear lines. So where the hell are they? We cut to Reem, surrounded by fallen enemies, shouting, "Bring me the one who cast this spell, or I'll kill every last one of you." And we see Rajna standing amidst another group of enemy soldiers, staring them down. He says, "You guys, you're not the enemy." One of them snaps, "What's your problem, freak? You want to be executed or something?" Back to Ingrid, a soldier sneers, "Still breathing, monster? Just give up already." The soldier charges, but Ingrid dodges the attack. Suddenly, a wild beast leaps out and bites the soldier's arm. Ingrid thinks, "Wait, is that the same tiger I saw in the tall grass fields?" The other soldiers panic. "What the hell is that thing?" The tiger rips through their ranks, cutting bowstrings and clearing a path. It then stands in front of Ingrid protectively. Ingrid tells it, "You should get out of here. The guy we're facing now, he's not ordinary." The blonde-haired enemy steps forward, furious. But just then, a hand lands on Ingrid's shoulder. A voice says, "Fall back, idiot. I'll handle this." To everyone's shock, it's Vengeance, the same man we saw in Ingrid's second death. Ingrid gasps, "Vengeance? Is that really you?" Vengeance charges the blonde-haired man with his sword. But the enemy blocks the attack and knocks Vengeance to the ground, disarming him completely. "Damn, this guy's tough," Vengeance mutters. Ingrid shouts, "Didn't you say you were here to save me? Come on." But Vengeance has brought back up his archer unit. Fire! They unleash a volley of arrows at the blonde enemy, but he blocks them all effortlessly. Vengeance is stunned. He's a damn monster. Even the tiger lunges at the blonde enemy, but is tragically impaled and falls to the ground. Ingrid's eyes sharpen. He locks onto the incoming sword. I can see it. I can see the sword clearly, but I can't block it, which means I'll have to let it flow, like how Michao Horia did it. He mimics Michao's technique. The blonde-haired enemy flinches. That technique, that's Michao's move. Ingrid grins. "Yes, I nailed it." Vengeance lunges in for another strike, but the blonde enemy dodges again. Then he notices a huge force of soldiers approaching. He glares at Ingrid. "I won't forget this." He gives the order to retreat. Vengeance turns to Ingrid. "You're wounded. I don't have bandages. We've got to get out now." Ingrid replies, "We have to bring the tiger too." Vengeance yells, "You're insane. Worry about yourself first." But Ingrid lifts the injured tiger in his arms anyway. Vengeance shouts to his men, "Third squad, fall back. We're retreating." He turns to Ingrid. "Don't close your eyes. You hear me? He's bleeding bad. Stay awake." "Damn it, you idiot. Open your eyes." Inside Ingrid's mind, the figure on the boat appears again and says, "So, did you finally get what you wanted this time? You're a stubborn one, huh? What keeps you pushing forward like this?" Back in the real world, the chaos continues. Vengeance and the squad battle Espen's remaining soldiers. Will Vengeance manage to save Ingrid from death this time? Or will the day reset again? For the 200th time this year? That's 500 days of loops. We'll find out in the next episodes of Ingrid, The Final Night. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button. And that's the end of part 6. But trust me, this is just the calm before the storm. If you're ready for the next insane chapter, smash that like button, drop your wildest predictions in the comments, and stay locked in, because part 7 is going to be next level. Stay legendary, and I'll see you there.